Alright, man. So today, we trying something a little different. This is my first time doing shit like this on my channel. But we finna be talking about Tokyo Revengers and everything. I started reading the manga like not even too long ago, bro. I binged that shit in like a whole like 2 or 3 days or some shit and caught all the way up to chapter 219. So if you're not on 219, get off the vid because it's finna be damn near spoilers for the whole fucking story. Alright. So I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to get the fuck up out of here if you ain't did that. And yeah, we finna get into it. So look, basically my whole point of making this vid is because I want to talk about who I think is the second time leaper, if there is one. I'm pretty sure majority of you, if you've caught up, you pretty sure, like in your mind, you think it is one too. So yeah, we just finna talk about that. I got a couple points laid out right here on my notes that I'm finna talk about and shit. So yeah, basically just jumping straight into it, my nigga. I got 2 suspects for who's the time leaper. And the first suspect is Mikey. Now, the reason I think Mikey is a time leaper, it's a nice amount of reasons why. Even before I stopped, even before I caught up to the manga and like had a couple days to think about this shit, it was one reoccurring thing I always peeped every single time while reading the story, bro. In the future, every time, Mikey was never the fuck around. And I was always like, nigga, like, what is up with that, bro? And then, so that made me think, like, the fuck is really going on with this nigga Mikey? So that's the reason numero uno right there. This nigga's always around, not around, doing some different shit, disconnected from everybody every single fucking time. That's point number 1 right there. Now, another reason is because chapter 200, spoilers once again, when Mikey and Takemichi met up back in that future, when Takemichi was trying to see this nigga, and Mikey shot this nigga, that shit was shocking as fuck. But that moment right there made me think, like, why he even shoot Takemichi? Like, because right after he shot Takemichi, he was ready to get up, jump, and go kill himself. Why you ready to kill yourself right after you kill Takemichi, the person who was stated to be able to time leap? Like, that shit kind of suspicious to me. Like, I don't know if y'all niggas think that, or maybe I'm just reaching. Y'all can let me know in the comments, or if you watching the video, let me know if I'm reaching. But that shit seemed very sus, my nigga. Cause it's like the moment he killed Takemichi, it's like, all right, I'm finna go fucking jump off a building and kill myself. Like, nigga, it seems like it made it seem like that's what the only thing you were here to do, and that's the only thing you were waiting to do. So now you feel fulfilled. You feel me? I don't know, but yeah. Another reason, right with him, when Takemichi grabbed this nigga Mikey when he was finna kill himself, we all know, we all read it. Mikey told that nigga, "Save me." Now, it's very, 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 very possible, in my opinion, that Mikey is self-sabotaging. Like, I wouldn't really say on purpose, but maybe he's just trying to live out this dream and he doesn't want his friends involved or some shit. So he like removes all of them and disconnects from all of them or something. And he ends up self-sabotaging in a way to where he always ends up in this dark ass place. Like, that's how I'm thinking about it. Cause why in every future is he not there? Why in other futures is he killing half of Toman and all the people who were there? And why in the other futures it's Kisaki leading this nigga? Like, Kisaki's manipulating him and Mikey's gone, not there. It's always some shit like that every fucking time. Alright. My bad, y'all, for the pause and shit. This is my first time doing this shit, so if I'm all over the place, my nigga, I'm sorry, but shit. So yeah, when he grabbed him, that nigga Mikey was saying, "Save me." He made it seem like, well, I'm pretty sure he knew Takemichi was a time leaper by this point, but it's like, yo, like, you really screaming out, "Save me," like you know he finna go back right now or some shit, type shit. I don't know. And then right when Takemichi goes back, once he transports back to the fucking past 2 years or 12 years into the past, or whatever I gotta go back and see. I don't really remember. It was like 12 or 10 years, some shit. I think it was 12 this time when he shook with Mikey. It was 12, I'm pretty sure. nigga, why, how come when he came back, Mikey gonna look at his damn hand and he gonna say, so you returned, Takamichi? It's like, bro, they putting the shit down there right in our face, in my opinion, that this nigga gotta be the other time leaper if there is one. Cause it's like, why else would he simply look at his hand and be like, oh, you've returned? Like, nigga, how do you know this shit? That was my first thing. I'm like, how the fuck does he know? Okay. So, and then another thing. This point right here might be kind of wishy-washy or some shit. But explain to me how when they was doing the time capsule shit and Mikey sat there and gave his notes, the note he left behind. Bro, this nigga Mikey, damn near, his note practically predicted what everybody's future was finna fucking be. Like, yeah, you could sit there and say some shit like, oh, he's just a friend, so he figured and knows that type of interest and all that type of shit. But it's like, bro, you mean to tell me all that other shit, him looking at his hand, talking about you return, and then this nigga's note damn near specifically is saying the shit that every nigga's doing in the future, I'm pretty sure. I might have to go back and re-look at that shit and see if he really damn near predicted everybody's shit. But when I was taking notes, I'm pretty sure he damn near got everybody's shit. If not completely right, like damn near 85% correct. And then the fact also how he specifically made the video for Takamichi saying, I want you to stay away in 12 years. So, it seems as if he knows Takamichi will always try. Excuse my bad. He knows Takamichi will always try to save him. But he's doing this for his own personal impulses and reasons like he stated. So, it's like he's telling this nigga, yo, fuck off, stay away, nigga, or else it's gonna be a problem. And as we know, when that nigga came back, he tried to do it, it was a fucking problem, and he shot this nigga Takamichi. So, I don't know, man. I really think it's got a strong chance of it being Mikey. But, like, I don't know. Now, I do have a second suspect. And that suspect is Honma. That man Honma is looking just as sus, if not more sus than Mikey right now. I mean, I'll probably say Mikey's more sus because I think I got more evidence, like, for Mikey. But look, Honma, bro. We finna get into why I think Honma is another candidate to be the other time leaper. But these are the only two people I think are time leapers, by the way. These are the only two characters so far that I've thought of who were able to be time leapers. I did watch Sensei Ink's video. And then another dude's video, I think his name was Long Yusuke. I might leave their links in the description or some bullshit like that. But yeah, them the only two videos, theory videos I've watched about this. And before I even watched the videos, I always thought about Mikey, but they somewhat opened my eyes to Honma. Cause when I sat back and thought about the shit, I'm like, damn, that nigga Kiseki, the simp he was, thank God he's gone. But the simp Kiseki was, bro. There's no way how Takamichi's able to time leap, but yet in every single scenario, Kiseki always has some shit up his sleeve. Now you could just say that's Takamichi being ass, or that's the story just being like, you know, portrayed that way. But nigga, like, come on, bro. Is it really that much of a stretch to really say Honma was helping this nigga the whole time, and that's why every single time Takamichi tried some shit, it always fucking backfired because of Honma, bro, and he knew what the fuck was gonna happen anyway? Like, think about it. When they was fucking at the thing with Izano, or whatever the fuck his name is, a dude who was like Mikey's half-brother or some shit, that nigga Honma swooped in, saved Kiseki. He was like, come on, we getting the fuck up out of here. And that's when Draken and them was chasing after this nigga. Like, I just find it like so sus how he was always there with Kiseki from the very fucking beginning, my nigga. And the moments that's basically Kiseki's final moment. He was still trying to get him out of there. And now you might sit there and be able to say, okay, well, if Honma could time leap, wouldn't he know Kisaki's gonna die if he goes back into the future? That's necessarily the case because we know by watching the story and reading the story that things change randomly or different events could happen. That truck driver shit was probably just some random shit that happened, if we're being honest. If Honma was the time leaper. Like, and then I know you might be thinking like, Honma a little weak ass, like didn't he get one shotted by Mikey, all this extra bullshit? Man, look. I don't know, man. Cause I just feel like it's a possibility. Cause it's like, dude, why the fuck wouldn't it be him? Like, Honma was with Kisaki the whole time. When they were doing the Valhalla shit of Bloody Halloween, they kept on calling this nigga and having him on speed dial and shit, letting this nigga know everything that was going on. Like, and plus, Kisaki states, you still think I'm the time leaper, as if he knows who the other one is. If Kisaki knows there's another time leaper, it makes the most sense for the nigga to know it's Honma because they were they parallel Takemichi and Mikey somewhat, or you could say Draken and Mikey or some shit like that. So they're like very close to each other. So it's like, nigga, why wouldn't they know? And this is another thing. From the very beginning of the story, this is like, I'm pretty sure this was like the first 10 episodes or some shit. My bad, y'all. I'm pretty sure this was like in the first 10 episodes or some shit. This man Honma, when Takemichi went back in time, was with Hina at the fucking fair or right there by the lake or some shit. When this nigga Takemichi walks out the bathroom, Honma states, he sits there and says, he's like, oh, so you're here? Like, damn, you're not in the car? And when I first seen that shit, I'm like, nigga, what you mean he's not? Like, what do you mean by that? I mean, like a couple seconds ago, obviously we know that Hina was supposed to be in the car. But it's like, damn, nigga, you really sat there and we're like, oh, you're not there? And yeah, you could sit there and say he was working for Kisaki, so he knew he was going to be there. But it's like, nigga, just because he's working for Kisaki doesn't mean he can't be the time leaper. Honma doesn't really seem to have any somewhat ambitions or anything, in my opinion, to where he like would use the time leaping to specifically gain a certain goal. Like Takemichi is trying to save everybody. He's trying to have a perfect future where all these niggas are alive. Honma, it seems that throughout the story is if he's just bored. Like he constantly talks about being bored. He constantly talks about shit being dull. Like it seems like that nigga's really just trying to have fun on some shit. So I really wouldn't see it as too much of a stretch if he simply just met Kisaki and he was like, you know what, this little nigga right here is some fun. Which he literally says some shit like, he says some shit along those lines. Said some shit like, nigga, I like being with you. It was a circus. We opened up all the curtains or some bullshit as a metaphor like that. So it seemed like he really had fucking fun going through with the plans that Kisaki wanted to do. So what I'm trying to say here is Honma doesn't necessarily have a specific goal in mind. But if he is the time leaper now that Kisaki is dead, his goal could have potentially changed. And now it's just on some shit like, I want to take this bitch over, this, that, and the third, or some shit like that. Which is very possible in my opinion. Because once again, this nigga just want to have fun. If he's causing hell throughout the whole damn city, I'm pretty sure that'd be any fucked up nigga's definition of fun, bro. Like, that's, I don't know. And then when I was rereading the chapter the other day when I was making my points, nigga, like right after Kisaki dies, or right after the whole Izanu arc, nigga, it cuts to him going to this man's grave, talking about the Piro and the Reaper. Like, why are we randomly cutting to this right after that, man? Are you like trying to hint that he's gonna come back at some point? Cause it's like, bro, wasn't Honma in damn near every other arc? And after that, when he disappeared, because Kisaki disappeared, I would not find it far-fetched at all. Once again, spoilers again if you don't know, if you're not all the way caught up. In chapter 219, when Senju's being attacked, my nigga, I would not be surprised if in a couple days when the next chapter comes out, if it turns out Honma was behind that shit and he's just trying to fuck with Takemichi and shit, nigga, I would not be surprised at all, bro. I promise you I wouldn't fucking be surprised. I promise you at all I would not fucking be surprised, bro. My bad, I'm trying to look to see if I said all my fucking points, bro. But yeah, like, Okay, yeah. So look, we just finna recap again in quick real shit, real quick. My bad, cause I think I'm pretty sure that's everything I gotta fucking go through. I don't even know how long this shit is. Shit like 15 minutes, but like okay. So look, we just finna recap. Basically, I'm pretty sure. My two people who I think are the time leapers are Mikey and Honma. Finna lay over the facts again one more time. I think Mikey is the time leaper because one, every future he is not present or he's missing in some way, shape, or form or not around. Two, he begs Takamichi to save him when he grabs him on the fucking rooftop. Three, after he shot Takamichi, he planned on killing himself as if he was done with everything right after that. Four, his note damn near predicted everyone's circumstances in the future. And five, he specifically makes the tape and tells him to stay away 12 years from now. Those are the reasons why I think Mikey is the time leaper. And in character, the reason would be is because he wants to accomplish his goals and he feels as if his friends are going to be dragged down by it, so he takes the burden on alone, but always ends up in a fucked up ass situation. Now Honma. I think Honma also might be the time leaper because one, he was with Kisaki the whole time and Kisaki always seemed to be a step ahead of Takamichi, who's the time leaper. Two, Honma seemed as if he was always following Kisaki's orders, but when Kisaki asked him, why are you following me? He said, I'll tell you on your deathbed. But obviously, he had to that nigga at his grave on some shit. But yeah. And then Honma's reasoning is simply due to the fact of how he sees life as dull and boring, and he's trying to carve out a fun, exciting path of life for himself to live, my nigga. And he's just out here finna cause hell and fuck shit up. Now look, I don't know. I truly think them two niggas probably finna be it. Damn. My bad, y'all. Once again, I'm sorry if this shit was all over the place, bro. This is my first time doing like a theory or anime discussion video about this shit. I just wanted to do this shit because I really fuck with this manga heavy type shit. Like, this shit go crazy. But yeah, man, that's it for this one, though. Let me know if you watching the video, if you want to see any more type of vids talking about Tokyo Revengers or any other type of animes or what you just want to see as a whole. And just let me know, and I'll check that shit out. But yeah, guys, appreciate you if you watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's nice talking to y'all about this shit. But yeah, peace out.